You've got gray hair, therefore you need to go blonde? Really? Stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Carol Brailey of carolbrailey.com. Just like the intro said, I'm going to be investigating in this video a hair color myth around you've got gray hair, therefore you need to go blonde. I am somebody who has been to hair school, apprenticed in a hair salon, worked in a hair salon, and at the same time that I was in hair school, I actually was doing my image consultant and color analysis training. And when I moved into the hair salon setting, I heard many hairstylists recommending to their clients who wanted to cover up the grays to put blonde in their hair, blonde highlights. And I was so confused because that was in conflict with my color analysis training. Color analysis is all about choosing hair, makeup, clothing, accessory colors that make you sparkle, add vibrancy to your look, make your eyes sparkle, your jawline lifted and refined. Basically, it's like an automatic facelift, and it's a big deal when you're choosing a hair color because the wrong hair color for you could easily add dullness to your look, expand your jawline, make it look wider, take away sparkle from your eye color and sparkle in general away from you. And so when I heard hair colorists and stylists suggesting to their clients to go blonde to hide the grays, I again was so confused because in many cases where this suggestion was made, I looked at their clients and automatically knew that it wasn't going to add to their clients' sparkle. I've previously done a video or two going through picture examples where blonde hair color doesn't give off somebody's best. And if you want to refer to those videos, I'll include a link to them somewhere on your screen. But basically, blonde hair color doesn't add to everybody's sparkle. There are so many inputs into the decision to color your hair to hide the gray. And I believe it's a very personal decision, and everybody's inputs and ultimate decision are very unique and personal to them. But if you're somebody who has decided to color your hair to hide the grays, I think I would recommend to really understand your reasons behind coloring your hair to hide the grays. If you just wanted to have some fun with your look and what have you, I would recommend choosing a hair color that gives off your best, and it just might not be blonde. There are three aspects to every color we see: undertone, value, and intensity. And blonde hair color is just really around value. So it just means you're choosing a lighter value hair color. But what if your coloring isn't suited to lighter value hair colors? I'm going to walk you through in a moment, going through a picture diagram, going through undertone, value, and intensity, and aligning it with hair color choices. But if your hairstylist is suggesting to you to go blonde to hide your grays, my advice would be to turn to them and say, do you know what undertone, value, and intensity of hair colors give off my best? And if you don't receive a response that you feel comfortable with, then I would perhaps go see someone else or do some of my DIY tests. I'll include a link on your screen to some of those tests in this video. So now I'm going to move into some hair color theory and mapping it with color analysis, including the seasonal color palettes. If you already know your seasonal color analysis results, you'll be able to use this information and take it with you to the hair salon. So as I was saying earlier, there are three aspects to every color we see: undertone, value, and intensity, and hair color is no different. It has undertone, value, and intensity attached to it. So undertone being cool, warm, neutral, cool, neutral, neutral, warm. So I call this the neutral undertone range. In terms of value for hair color, it can be dark to light, so black being the darkest hair color, blonde being the lightest, and sort of a medium brown or some reds in between. So for hair color, level 1 is typically black, and 10, 12, depending on what color system is used, is usually blonde. And intensity being bright, soft, somewhere in between. So bright, I sort of think of as no ash. Soft, I think about as with ash. And if you're in the warm undertone family, I think of that as a soft gold. So for the topic of this video is you've gone gray, therefore should you go blonde? Well, blonde hair color is really just looking at value, and then if you find that lighter value hair colors are in harmony with you, then aligning the undertone of that hair color and the intensity of that hair color with you. But really the question is, does blonde hair color suit you? And I'm going to include a link in this video that will give you some tests that you can do to determine if blonde hair color suits you. But if you already know your color analysis results, i.e. your seasonal color palette, let me just give you a picture here, mapping it to hair color. So if you are primary season winter, you'd be in the value medium to dark range. Hair colors would work for you, so I wouldn't go blonde. If you are in the autumn palette, I would also put sort of medium to a deep brown hair color in your range, so I wouldn't go blonde. Really, the lighter value hair colors are sort of for the springs and summers, and I'm really talking primary color season here. If you flow, you know, you'd move along this chart somewhere depending on where you flow. So winter, autumn are on this side, summer, spring are on this side of value, and if you flow between any of these palettes, you'd rest somewhere in between. So really, it's only springs and summers and spring-summer ranges, meaning if you have a combination of seasons in you, where I would recommend blonde hair coloring. And now I'm only going to talk about true springs and true summers as to make this video as simple as possible. So if you are a true spring, meaning you have no other color seasons in you, I would recommend a warm golden blonde, because high intensity and warm undertone is in harmony with you. And if you are a true summer, you could go a soft ash blonde, so cool ash, or you could go a taupe blonde, which is sort of around here in terms of value, and cool undertone and is still soft. I hope this video has helped you decide whether going blonde is best for you to hide your grays.